Whether it is for being so good or being so bad, the NHL is pretty quick to implement a new rule carrying your name. The sport with the most rebellious player base has a complicated rulebook for a reason, or 5. In this video, we talk about how Sean Avery has his own NHL rule, how Wayne Gretzky was so good the NHL had to slow him down, and much more. Here are NHL players that forced rule changes. Number 5, Sean Avery. The Avery Rule, officially known as Rule 75.2, gained notoriety in the NHL due to the antics of forward Sean Avery. Avery, known for his agitating style of play, exploited a gap in the rulebook during a playoff game in 2008 between the New York Rangers and the New Jersey Devils. During a power play, Avery positioned himself in front of Devils goaltender Martin Brodeur and began waving his stick and arms in an attempt to distract the netminder. This unorthodox tactic drew attention and sparked controversy, prompting the NHL to take swift action to address such behavior.
Call it antics! Call it effective in the end! This is unbelievable! I've never seen anything like it!
In response to Avery's actions, the NHL swiftly implemented the Avery Rule for the 2008 to 2009 season. Rule 75.2 specifically prohibits a player from facing the goalie and waving his arms or stick in an unsportsmanlike manner to distract or block the goalie's line of sight during a face-off or attempted shot. This rule aimed to maintain the integrity of the game, ensuring that players could not exploit loopholes to gain an unfair advantage. The Avery Rule reflected the NHL's commitment to fair play and sportsmanship, sending a clear message that unsportsmanlike conduct intended to interfere with a goaltender's focus would not be tolerated. While the Avery Rule directly addressed a specific incident involving Sean Avery, its broader impact extended beyond this singular event. It underscored the NHL's responsiveness to evolving on-ice strategies and the need to adapt rules to maintain a balance between skillful play and sportsmanship. The rule served as a reminder that the league is vigilant in addressing any attempts to exploit the rulebook for strategic advantage, reinforcing the importance of fair competition within the sport of ice hockey. Number 4, Wayne Gretzky. In June 1985, the NHL Board of Governors introduced a package of 5 rule changes set to be implemented for the 1985-86 season. One of the notable changes involved offsetting penalties, a shift in how the league handled coincidental penalties. In the past, when players from opposing teams committed infractions simultaneously, both teams would play with reduced manpower, resulting in a 4-on-4 or 3-on-3 situation. However, under the new offsetting penalties rule, neither team would lose a player, and the game would remain at even strength. The immediate impact of this rule change was strongly felt, particularly in response to the style of play exhibited by the Edmonton Oilers during the Gretzky era in the early 1980s. The Oilers, led by Wayne Gretzky, were known for their exceptional offensive capabilities. When facing a 4-on-4 or 3-on-3 scenario due to coincidental penalties, they exploited the additional space on the ice to score goals more effectively. Wayne Gretzky himself, after being awarded the Hart Memorial Trophy, expressed his dissatisfaction with the rule change during a press conference. He criticized the NHL for penalizing teams and players who had previously benefited from the offensive opportunities provided by the 4-on-4 or 3-on-3 situations.
4-on-4, and once he scored, Curry overskates, here's Gretzky, walks in, scores!
The discontent among players and teams who thrived in such scenarios led to the rule change being colloquially referred to as the Gretzky Rule. However, the offsetting penalties rule was later reversed for the 1992-93 season, indicating that the league acknowledged the unintended consequences and sought to restore the previous dynamics of coincidental penalties, resulting in both teams playing shorthanded. This episode reflects the ongoing adjustments and refinements that the NHL makes to its rules in response to the evolving strategies and styles of play in professional hockey. Number 3, Martin Brodeur. Martin Brodeur, widely regarded as one of the greatest goaltenders in NHL history, had a significant influence on the implementation of the trapezoid rule, Rule 1.8. Brodeur's exceptional puck-handling skills were a distinctive aspect of his game. He had a remarkable ability to play the puck effectively, often acting as a third defenseman and helping his team break out of their defensive zone more efficiently.
Seconds to go in the third. Sakura's drive blocked. Oh, chance. Oh, my goodness!
Unbelievable Superman save. All he's missing is the cape as he dove through the air.
However, Brodeur's proficiency in playing the puck also raised concerns among the NHL's decision-makers. They recognized that goaltenders like Brodeur, with their adeptness in puck handling, had the potential to impact the flow of the game and limit offensive opportunities for the opposing team. In particular, goalies could go behind the net and play the puck in areas where skaters were not allowed. In response to this perceived imbalance and to encourage a more level playing field, the trapezoid rule was introduced. The trapezoid is an area behind the net, outlined by lines that extend from the goal line to the end boards at a specific angle. Goaltenders are restricted from playing the puck outside of this trapezoid. This rule was implemented prior to the 2005 to 2006 NHL season. The trapezoid rule aimed to prevent goaltenders from freely handling the puck in areas that could disrupt the game's natural flow. By limiting the space in which goalies could play the puck, the rule sought to create more puck battles and offensive opportunities for the opposing team. While the trapezoid rule affected all goaltenders, its introduction was notably influenced by the style of play exhibited by Martin Brodeur and other goalies with similar puck handling prowess. If you've made it this far in the video, consider subscribing to our channel to catch the latest hockey content. Number 2. Coach Roger Neilson. Coach Roger was known for his innovative strategies and unconventional tactics in both hockey and baseball. The specific tactic mentioned, where goalies leave their sticks lying across the mouth of the crease when pulled for an extra attacker, is a prime example of Neilson's creative thinking to gain a competitive advantage. The tactic had a simple yet ingenious goal: to provide an additional barrier to prevent shots along the ice, making it more challenging for the opposing team to score into an empty net. By strategically positioning the goalie's stick in front of the crease, the coach aimed to disrupt the typical shooting lanes and force opponents to alter their shooting angles or elevation. This move could buy valuable seconds for the defending team and increase the likelihood of blocking or deflecting shots. However, the National Hockey League didn't take long to respond to this tactic. The league has a history of adapting its rules to maintain the integrity of the game and ensure fair play. After Neilson's innovative move, the NHL deemed the practice illegal, likely to prevent teams from exploiting this strategy as a means of impeding the opposition's scoring chances. While the specific rule change resulting from Neilson's tactic isn't detailed, it underscores the league's commitment to maintaining a balance between creativity and fair competition. Neilson's reputation for coming up with unconventional ideas and tricks in both hockey and baseball further highlights his impact on coaching strategies and the subsequent need for rule adjustments to address these innovations. Number 1. Gary Smith. Gary Suitcase. Smith's attempt to participate in the play on the attacking side of the red line during his first NHL game in 1966 had a significant impact on the league's rules. In that game, playing for the Toronto Maple Leafs, Smith ventured beyond the typical boundaries for a goaltender and crossed the opposite blue line. However, his bold move did not go unnoticed, as he was leveled by J.C. Tremblay of the Montreal Canadiens. The incident drew attention to the potential risks associated with goalies actively participating in offensive plays so far from their own net.
Lafleur fanned on the pass, then he got it to Wilson. Wilson is over the line, there's the shot, oh, what a save! A splendid...
In response to this event, the NHL took action in the following summer, implementing a rule change to address and prevent similar situations. The new rule stipulated that it would be considered a penalty for a goaltender to cross the red line and engage in offensive play on the attacking side. This rule adjustment aimed to maintain the traditional roles of players on the ice and prevent goalies from becoming involved in offensive strategies beyond their defensive responsibilities. While goaltenders are crucial for defensive play and stopping opposing teams from scoring, the league deemed it necessary to establish clear boundaries to ensure the game's integrity and maintain a balance between offensive and defensive elements. The prohibition of goalies participating in the play on the attacking side of the red line has since become a standard part of NHL regulations, emphasizing the importance of position-specific roles and contributing to the distinctive dynamics of the game. This rule change serves as an example of how the NHL adapts its regulations in response to specific incidents that highlight potential areas of concern or the need for clarification in the rulebook. If you're still in for more NHL content, click the video on the screen to learn amazing secrets about Connor McDavid. But before that, leave a like, subscribe, and comment with your favorite rule change.